Gautama Buddha always told his students that our words can be incredibly powerful. He said that the tongue we use to speak is like the sharpest knife in the world. He also said that the most dangerous weapon in the world is our language. Although it may not cause physical harm to others, our words can hurt people emotionally. Our language can be a source of strength, but if we do not know when, where, and how to speak, it can also become a weakness. When we speak kindly and wisely at the right moments, it can bring success. But if we speak unkindly or at the wrong time, it can make our lives very difficult. So, my friends, today I will share a story about the importance of keeping silence and how it can have the power to change lives. This story will help you understand the power of silence. Long ago, in India, there was a famous Buddhist monk who lived in a quiet forest, far away from the noise of the world. One day, a king came to him and said, "Respected monk, I always feel tired, discouraged, and restless. My heart is deeply unsettled, even though I have everything, wealth, fame, and all the luxuries that everyone desires. But my inner peace is lacking. Oh, monk, please help me find peace in my heart." The monk said, "You already have the answer, but you have never discovered it. I want to conduct an experiment. Would you like to participate? After this experiment, your life will no longer be filled with restlessness and worry." The king felt sad but asked the monk what he should do. The monk replied, "For the next 15 days, you will stay in my temple and live like an ordinary person. During these 15 days, try to speak as little as possible." The king agreed to the monk's plan. On the first day, he noticed that his mind was even more restless than usual. Many thoughts and worries kept coming up, and he found life to be uncomfortably simple, just like for everyone else. He really wanted to speak, but he restrained himself, remaining completely silent, just sitting quietly. However, as night fell, he began to experience unexpected tranquility and happiness. This experience puzzled him because he couldn't understand why his restlessness was fading away. On the second day, the king continued to spend time alone, observing nature, the flowers, plants, and the birds in the sky. For the first time, he truly appreciated the beauty of the natural world around him. He was able to observe and connect with the nature that surrounded him. 10 days passed, and his inner turmoil began to diminish. On the 12th day, he found himself entering a state of deep meditation. As he closed his eyes, he entered a profound state of meditation, releasing his mind from worry. After spending the last 3 days in deep meditation, the king experienced profound inner peace. He approached the Buddhist monk and said, "Respected monk, I have discovered why my heart was so restless." He explained, "When I figured out the reasons for my distraction and restlessness." The monk asked, "Please share with me what you have learned." The king replied, "I used to talk too much, often harboring negative thoughts about others. This excessive talking and negative thinking wasted my time and left my mind agitated. Because of this behavior, I couldn't effectively accomplish tasks and started failing in almost everything. These continuous failures made me even more unhappy and irritable. It continued to have a negative impact on my life. However, these 15 days have been a transformative experience. Now I feel like I am truly enjoying life, and I realize that I was living in the wrong way before. I also realized that we don't have to force meditation, it happens naturally." The Buddhist monk mentioned that it wasn't just the king, many people in the world talk too much. Even today, there are still many people who use words to harm others, and this excessive talking continues to cause problems in their lives. The monk explained the importance of keeping silence to the king and shared a story of a student who once asked Gautama Buddha why he often maintained silence. Buddha replied, "I keep silent to delve into my inner self." Silence is the first step in truly understanding oneself. Without silence, self-discovery is impossible. So, the first step is to keep silent, speak only when necessary, and you will find that about 90% of our words are harmful. If people stop talking excessively, the situation will improve. When people become more reticent, arguments decrease, restlessness decreases, and disputes decrease. If two people both learn to keep silent, many problems in the world can be avoided. People who understand the value of silence can maintain inner peace even in crowded places. Solitude is sometimes like heaven, and the company of others can sometimes make us uncomfortable. Start by finding inner peace, embracing silence, and letting the inner energy flow. Invite your thoughts to settle down. If you wake up feeling disturbed by the presence of others, close your eyes and reconnect with your inner self. You will feel a fresh sense within because that is the source of your life. It's not anywhere else, it comes from the same source as you. When no one else can lead you inward, you must go there yourself. So, look inward because you are the ultimate master of your inner world. It is the beginning of life and the birthplace of happiness. When you look inward, you will encounter the depth of life, even touching the concept of death. This inner journey is like observing the ups and downs of your life experiences, like the rising and setting of the sun. Each time you embark on this inner journey and return, you will feel refreshed, just like after taking a bath. Similarly, when someone spends time in silence and reflects on their thoughts, they often feel calmer and happier afterward. When you truly connect with your inner self, speaking will not disturb your state of mind. Instead, your inner peace will persist. You can speak and still remain connected to your inner self. You can use words without disrupting your inner peace. When you do so, your words will have a beautiful quality, like music, and everything will be harmonious. Speaking in this way will deeply touch others. When you maintain inner silence, you begin to tap into a powerful inner strength and free yourself from societal pressures. You will find a special joy in life, similar to the joy of those who passionately pursue their dreams. There will be a new radiance on your face, and your eyes will sparkle with a unique light as you immerse yourself in boundless tranquility. My friends, you may have already noticed that excessive talking does not bring inner peace. It makes thoughts difficult to control and focus hard to maintain. People who talk too much often find it challenging to concentrate on a task, and they cannot fully commit to their goals. They often miss the opportunity to understand the true meaning of life, making it harder to achieve their desires and success. Furthermore, you may have noticed that those who talk excessively sometimes face ridicule from others, while those who speak with conviction gain the respect of others because people tend to pay attention to what someone says and trust their words. However, people with inner turmoil often struggle to succeed because they lack genuine interest in their work. True wisdom lies in knowing when, where, and what to say, and those who develop this skill tend to succeed in various situations. People who talk frequently often become the center of attention and tend to succeed in various pursuits. When we observe the characteristics of great individuals, we find that they use fewer words, carefully consider the content of their speech, which contributes to their success. In contrast, those who talk excessively often resort to dishonesty and spread negative information, which can damage relationships and reputations. This is why those close to them often try to avoid or distance themselves from them. In ancient texts from different cultures, it is often discussed that our words reflect our beliefs and values. Maintaining silence helps us become more patient, which makes us more mindful. Meditation can help us better understand ourselves. So, my friends, I recommend that you spend at least 20 minutes alone every day. It can bring so many positive changes to your life.